Weather says for the rest of this Veterans Day, windy and still cold with clouds giving way to increasing amounts of sunshine, a high of 42. AccuWeather real field temperatures mainly in the 20s. We have 39 degrees right now in Chicago under partly sunny skies. It's 1:31. Topping our news at the half hour. Americans are recognizing the efforts and sacrifices of its military veterans today. That sound is from the 72nd Annual National Veterans Day observance at Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia. It featured a presidential wreath-laying ceremony at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier and a commemorative observance in the Memorial Amphitheater. President Trump, Vice President Vance, and other members of the cabinet were among those who were attending the event. A police officer from Hanover Park arrested by ICE agents is free on bond while his immigration case continues.
Ride&Walk was released from custody 2 weeks ago after paying bond that a judge granted days before. The 25-year-old from Montenegro had been picked up by ICE agents almost a month ago. Homeland Security claims he overstayed a tourist visa that expired in 2015. Hanover Park Village leaders insist before hiring Bojovic as a police officer in January, he had a valid work authorization card issued by the federal government, passed an FBI criminal background check, and ATF confirmed his immigration status allows him to come on duty. Nancy Hardy, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
The Trump administration is calling on an appeals court to pause a ruling involving the tactics being used by federal immigration forces in Chicago.
In its request to halt the injunction while the case is under appeal, the Department of Justice calls it overbroad and unworkable, claiming it's transformed into an instrument for judicial micromanagement of federal law enforcement. District Judge Sarah Ellis's order, among other restrictions, prohibits federal agents from using riot control weapons against journalists, demonstrators, and religious practitioners without first issuing warnings unless necessary to stop immediate threats of physical harm. It's unclear how soon the Seventh Circuit could rule on the request. Haley Hansen, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
A judge in West Virginia says 300 members of that state's National Guard can continue to be deployed in Washington, D.C. This is Loyola Law School professor Lori Levinson.
This is an issue that's governed by state law. Under federal law, it's a separate question when the president can ask for the troops. But what we see here is that you have citizenry who are contesting when their governors are sending out National Guard troops to other places because it takes away from their ability to help in their home state.
A civic organization asked the judge to order the troops back, arguing that West Virginia Governor Patrick Morrisey exceeded his authority when he approved the deployment in August. It's now up to the House of Representatives to end the government shutdown.
The Senate approved a deal last night. 8 Democrats crossed the aisle and agreed to extend government funding through January and reinstate federal workers who were laid off during the shutdown. In return, Republicans agreed to hold a vote soon on extending health care tax credits. Angry Democrats like California Congressman Ro Khanna say Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer needs to be replaced.
He is not meeting the moment. He's out of touch with where the party's base is.
Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Meals on Wheels Chicago is adding 2 more distributions at senior center pantries this month to address growing need. Executive Director Elise Geiger says they need financial help because hungry stomachs can't wait.
The last thing we want is a wait list, which is what we're all running away from. There's no good scenario when you wait for food. So that's actually the reality of it. And we're looking to Chicagoans to help us.
The extra distributions are scheduled for November 20th and November 21st and will provide fresh produce to an estimated 250 to 350 seniors at each site. Some heavy hitters from Hollywood are headed to the Vatican. Also, we're learning about the Pope's favorite movies, including one that was filmed in the Chicago area.
Promise me you'll find your way home.
Pope Leo has invited filmmakers like Mad Max director George Miller, Spike Lee, and actors Cate Blanchett, Adam Scott, and Viggo Mortensen to a meeting Saturday. The Vatican says the pontiff wants to explore possibilities for using artistic creativity to promote the mission of the church and human values. The Vatican's also shared the Chicago natives' favorite films. Among them, The Sound of Music, It's a Wonderful Life, Ordinary People, and Life is Beautiful. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
It's 1:36. Traffic, weather, and low gas prices coming up next.
Advent is now accepting new patients at 8 Chicagoland area locations. AdventKnows.com.
Hey y'all, it's the Rocket Roger Clemens here. Spent a lot of time pitching heat. Years later, the pain in my joints remind me of those days, but I'm not looking to sit still, and I definitely am not interested in going under the knife. That's why I chose QC Kinetics.
Not just for elite retired athletes. QC Kinetics gives everyday folks joint pain relief using regenerative treatments that work with your body to help repair joint damage.
No surgery, no long recovery, whether it's your knees, hips, shoulders, or back. My friends at QC Kinetics will help you get moving again so you can get back to doing the things you love.
QC Kinetics medical professionals will look at your x-rays or MRI to determine if you're a good candidate.
I trusted QC Kinetics to help me feel like myself again, and I'm proud to recommend them to you.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 312-697-1119. That's 312-697-1119. 312-697-1119.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. Getting rear-ended once is bad enough. Don't let the insurance company hit you again with a lowball offer. Call an experienced attorney who knows how to fight and win. Call Laura Rowe today. 708-222-2222.
Jonathan Fox, managing attorney, 113 East Sir Masher Combo. Some work may be performed on or referred to other attorneys.
Now, the lowest gas prices from News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Sponsored by IL Corn, Cleaner Airs. Sports sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. The Bears have won 6 of their last 7 and find themselves in the first place tie with the Lions. That at the Eagles beat the Packers 10-7 last night on Monday Night Football. The Bears are coming off a come-from-behind win victory on Sunday over the Giants. And one area where they struggled in the win, it were drops. Bears had 5 of them, which is the most of the game by any team this season. Head coach Ben Johnson says it's not something to harp on.
You can make things worse by going overboard on some of this stuff, and that's not the intent. All those guys, they want to catch the football when it comes their way, and we acknowledge the fact that, hey, there's a few of those that we get hauled in. We need to do that. Turn the page. Let's keep it moving.
The Bears are off today. They'll be back at work tomorrow, preparing for Sunday's game against the Vikings in Minnesota. It's a noon kickoff. After winning the first 5 games of the season, the Bulls have now dropped 3 straight. Last night, they gave up a late lead in a 121-117 loss to the San Antonio Spurs at the United Center. Victor Wembanyama was just too much for the Bulls to handle. He had 38 points and 12 rebounds. The Bulls are off today. Off to Detroit to take on the Pistons tomorrow night. Hear that game on 670 The Score. Mavericks fans were not happy with general manager Nico Harrison after last season's trade that sent Luka Doncic to the Lakers, and the organization wasn't happy with him either. He was fired this morning. College basketball, a big test tonight for 14th-ranked the Illini, who host 11th-ranked Texas Tech tonight. Tip-off at 7:30. UIC hosts St. Francis a half hour earlier. Chicago State takes on Butler at 6. Notre Dame hosts Eastern Illinois at 6:30. The Blackhawks finished their 6-game road trip 3-3, thanks to a 3-game winning streak to close it out. The Hawks are back to DC tomorrow night to take on the New Jersey Devils. We've got sports at 16 and 46 past each hour, and whenever stories break, it's 1:48. Traffic and weather together on the 8, sponsored by the Chicagoland Roofing Council, and here's Neil Fiorito.
Well, it's a rough drive on the Eisenhower for you today. On either side, outbound stop and go before the Tri-States North Avenue. Cruise there with a rover crash, blocking your 2 left lanes. A 28-minute ride to Manheim at 55 to the Jane Addams Tollway. Mark drove by the scene coming eastbound on 290 and said there might be another crash mixed in there. Appreciate the call, Mark, and the heads up here on the WBDM Mercedes-Benz above the state traffic tip line at 855 780 Road. The inbound side of 290 heavy from Manheim to 17. Looks like you might have an accident there too. 45 in from I-90, 22 in from Manheim. No sweat on the Edens either way. Kennedy Expressway coming in from O'Hare, 30 minutes, 27 if you're driving out to the airport. On the Stevenson going outbound, 31 to Tri-State, 39 to 355. Traffic past the Dan Ryan to Cicero. Coming inbound, just a delay from Damon to the Dan Ryan on the inbound Stevenson. That's it. The Dan Ryan 17 either way. Delays outbound from 75th to the Split and inbound between Cermak and the Jane Byrne interchange. The other tollways on the south side, 57 and the Ford, rolling along good. So is Route 394. Nothing major on DeSable Lakes Road Drive. The tollways are decent. Just a backup on the Tri-State.
94.7 WLS. So are you ready for the holidays?
I'm getting there.
Yeah, I got my pinky toe dipped in the old festive pool, I guess.
Some people, our neighbors have got their tree up already.
Oh, but so do mine!
That's a little early for me.
Well, you have some great plans the day after Christmas. Just sit and enjoy a fantastic show after all your hard work. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, All-State Arena.
That is awesome.
What's your question?
I give up. Where are they?
Who?
Employees.
What?
You say Hatchless Mattress Showrooms don't have any employees. But come on, bud. I know better.
I assure you.
Are they cooped up in a secret back room?
Huh?
Or waiting outside in the bushes?
Sir.
I know. They're hiding under the bed, aren't they?
Listen, Hatchless Mattress Showrooms really are employee-free. Give our mattresses a try with no pushy sales guy.
Nope, don't believe it.
You won't believe our prices either. Beauty Rest, Sealy Posturepedic, and more for way less.
Right.
Others sell a King Aspen Cove for $2,520, but our everyday low hassless price is just $13.74. Free next day delivery too.
Sure. Next you'll say I can get a free adjustable base with my purchase through Monday.
As a matter of fact, yes.
Oh, come on.
Save on Sealy Posturepedic and Beauty Rest, plus get a free adjustable base. Find an employee-free showroom near you at hassless.com.
It's Rhythm and Riches at Wind Creek Casino and Hotel. This is your chance to dance your way to a share of $100,000 cash. Your first entry is free. Earn additional entries beginning November 15th. Then join us at 6 p.m. on Saturday, November 15th and 22nd, where one lucky winner will take home $25,000 cash each week. Start your winning moment exclusively at Wind Creek Casino and Hotel. Must be 21 years or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Bell Tire, we don't just care about tires. We care about you, Bell Tire. We care about you too, Tire Man. But caring about our customers is why we'll beat anyone's tire price. And with 0% financing, we make sure everyone can get back on the road fast and affordably. Because taking care of our customers by getting them the best deal possible is how we're changing tires. Bell Tire. See belltire.com for details.
You already know that heat coolers makes the warmest thermal socks. They're like 7 times warmer than cotton socks. Heat holders are my go-to socks for Chicago winters. Hey, it's Tim from Davidson Mornings, but did you know?
It's about time delivery were on your schedule. Same day, next day, or scheduled in advance. However you plan it, the Home Depot delivers the whole job. From drywall to doors, plumbing to paint, we'll get it there when you need it. Because on the job site,
At Bank of America, we're proud that more than 20,000 veterans and people with military backgrounds have joined our ranks since 2015. Now we're committed to adding 10,000 more over the next 5 years. By helping veterans achieve their career goals, we're moving from appreciation to action. And together, helping expand economic opportunity across the nation. Visit bankofamerica.com/place. If you have the opportunity, Bank of America, crafting an equal opportunity employer. No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark daily lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this, or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, give a call.
Clear for all Arena. Take T-Mobile. Well, they talk a big game and then get smashed with challenge.